Alright, what's up everybody? This is Sheepshifter 23 and I'm here with your boy Benjamin Rivers. It looks like it's just duos as far as that wrestling
Mm,
podcast goes today.
as always,
Just
yeah, as
me
always,
and
well,
Benjamin.
Soul's not here.
That's right. Well,
Yeah,
maybe he'll pop
Soul's
in
like,
here in a minute. He's got the invite. I
it is,
think Streetkilln
yeah.
is off doing something with the Mark Wahlberg fan club. He is the president, after all.
Okay, so, interesting week. We actually, of course, actually had both from Raw and SmackDown, but let's, of course, let's kick off with it with Raw. And the opening promo actually started off with Becky Lynch. Yeah, did it start with Becky Lynch or was it Stephanie McMahon? It actually started with. Okay, no. Yeah, it was Stephanie McMahon. Uh, okay, so yeah, so she started the show, but Becky Lynch actually interrupted her, and then apparently she actually came down to the ring with like an injured leg. Don't know. Okay, the sheep. Yeah, you can take this way. Yeah, because my whole
No, go
brain
ahead.
went.
I'm putting the links. What happened next?
Okay, see, okay, so yeah, so then so let me. Okay, so yeah, let's actually just say, so Becky Lynch did not, actually get like, medical help after her injury, which she of course actually did suffer the Rumble, and Stephanie McMahon suspended her until WrestleMania, I think. But yeah, so,
No, until she saw a doctor and got cleared.
yeah. Yeah, until she get cleared. And then as soon as Stephanie McMahon walked away, Becky Lynch stopped her in her tracks and slapped her right in the face, knocked her out a couple of times, and I think tried to put her in the disarmer. But and then security actually had to try and stop her from doing that. And then she actually I think that she actually got confronted by. Wait, was this actually like other, like, I don't know, like when she got confronted by Ronda Rousey? I think it was during. Actually, no, it was after Ronda Rousey's match. What am I thinking right now? Yeah. Your thoughts on Becky Lynch getting suspended from WWE?
It was an interesting angle. I don't really see a big problem with it. There was, she attacked Stephanie, so that's obviously some good television drama, making things a little bit crazier. I don't have any problems with this. This was a great promo. It gives her a little bit of time probably to maybe, if she does have any legitimate injuries, to heal up. It's a good way. Hopefully this isn't them finding a way to give Charlotte a way in, which is what a lot of people seem to think. I don't want to see Charlotte in this match at WrestleMania at all. She doesn't deserve it. Okay. Let me rephrase that. She deserves it, but it's not her time. Becky Lynch earned every bit of this, and to add somebody else to that match takes away from the moment that it actually is, and makes it less of a main event. I think if they make it a triple threat, it won't be the main. They're going with a co-main event thing, so 2 main events. So they would probably put the women's one second, or first. So it would come on before the men's if they make it a triple threat match. Whereas I think it would be a main event, the very last match of the night draw, if it was just Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey. I think they're shooting themselves in the foot if they add Charlotte Flair to this, because I don't think really any of the fans want to see Charlotte Flair added to that match, as far as hardcore fans.
Yeah. But the only problem is, right, that Okay, so yeah, so this is actually yeah, we have actually just like problem with this whole apparently, but there's gonna be like a big triple threat match at Wrestlemania. Okay, yeah. Well, one question is, yeah, how did Charlotte try, actually like, oh yeah, that apparently like yeah, this woman, she is a 5-time women's champion, and now she actually wants another match for the women's title. It just makes no sense. Yeah, what has she actually done? Nothing, not yet. Well, she did win the Royal Rumble, and then and on SmackDown, which of course we will get to, of course, eventually. But so yes, and now she actually wants to get inserted or actually replace Becky Lynch. But okay, if Charlotte actually well replaces Becky Lynch, then that's just it's just like, well,
that would be better than it being a triple threat match. I'll be honest. I would rather see Charlotte and Ronda at WrestleMania than a triple threat. I don't want to see it be a triple threat match. That's god awful to me.
Yep.
So moving on, we had first up a match with Ronda Rousey versus Liv Morgan, in which Liv Morgan was defeated pretty quickly, and the Riot Squad kind of looked like they were gonna, do something. So she invited Sarah Logan in for another match right after she had beaten Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan put up a little bit more of a fight, but she still got defeated pretty quickly. Ronda Rousey was really cringy here, like when she was egging on Sarah Logan or whatnot. It was just
I will say this: the crowd was booing her again, and I'm just like, okay, wow, this is our Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey,
because they want Becky.
But apparently Becky's like still suspended because until she actually actually sees medical help, so that's all it is. And then I think probably at the Elimination Chamber we actually could be seeing Ronda Rousey versus Ruby Riott. So okay, this whole squash match with Ronda Rousey, I don't know that. Yeah, I just don't like it because it's. Man, they need to just put like a different, some different contenders. But this match though, nah. Like the Liv Morgan match, Sarah Logan, I'm okay with, but it's just that these constant squash matches that Ronda Rousey is having, I don't like it. Your thoughts on it?
I don't know that it was. Of course, they were squash matches, but anybody they put her up against right now is technically a squash match, Ben. She can't lose to anybody right now, or it would take out all the momentum going up to WrestleMania. So they don't have a choice but to have her in squash matches, or just not have her in matches at all. And either way, they would rather have her get better, at least, maybe improve by using her, by actually being in the ring. And instead of just having her sit in the back and not do anything. Having her on TV is better than just not being there, especially if they're banking on her to be some big draw, which I don't think she is. So, not really that impacted by her having squash matches, because anything she has right now is going to be a squash match. The next match was the Revival versus Lucha House Party versus B-Team and Heavy Machinery in a 8-man tag for number one contender. So this was I actually didn't get to watch this match because I watched the Hulu version and this was cut out. So
oh really?
Yeah, apparently the winner of the match was the Revival. Tag team wrestling. So this is probably more along the lines of giving the Revival what they want, so that they'll stay and not go with AEW. If that is the case, then they would go on to potentially win, and it's against what, Rude and Gable?
Yeah.
So that's a bet. I hate to say it, but they're a better option as far as people to be the champs. At least they could be heels that people hated or whatever. So it should hopefully, I can't believe I'm saying this, hopefully the Revival beats Rude and Gable and maybe does some nice heel work and kind of gets the tag team division back to normal. And speaking of that, and a little bit of news that goes along with it, is WWE is apparently bringing back the stricter rules on interference in tag team matches. So,
really?
Like say you can only come in one time and save your partner or save whoever your teammate is. Anything past that, you can get
like
DQ'd. That's why they use that in Raw or SmackDown this week. Somebody got DQ'd for the, or maybe last week, somebody got DQ'd for helping their partner. It was Braun Strowman, I believe. This week.
Really?
So, yeah. So that's a new thing, but obviously WWE will use that and those rules at their own discretion. Just because they said it don't mean it's so. They said there was going to be no more rematch clauses, and Shinsuke got a rematch instantly. So, kind of got to take all that shit with a grain of salt.
Yeah, and also,
So next up was Kurt Angle coming out, making a little speech. A lot of people thought it might be a retirement speech from the way he was talking. Definitely wasn't. Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre interrupted, and this doesn't. Yeah, this is a bad usage of these two, Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre. Like, to as much as I do promote Baron Corbin, I think teaming him with Drew McIntyre kind of brings Drew McIntyre's stock down a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it, but wait, didn't Factor get turned into... Oh, nope, I am not actually on that. Yeah, because it involves the women.
So, it was kind of detrimental to both Kurt Angle and the other two. Nothing really else to say about that. It was just kind of an in-there segment, more like time filler. Next up was Sasha and Bayley versus Alicia Fox and Nikki Cross. The team of Nikki Cross and Alicia Fox was kind of comical to a degree. Cross, with her little thing that she did, that wasn't...
Wow.
Well, I don't really care. I don't think Nikki Cross ambushing them really qualifies as turning heel. I think Nikki Cross is just chaotic enough to do whatever she wants, and that seemed like a good idea at the time. Next up was Elias versus Jeff Jarrett. Road Dogg came out with Jeff Jarrett to do a song with him. They did that what's that song? My Baby Can't Wait to Be With My Baby Tonight, or something like that. So this was just like this wasn't really a match that you could critique on like levels of technical ability or being a great match. This was more of a trying to make Raw a little bit funner, I think. It's hopefully what I've been asking for. And for that, it accomplished, what it was supposed to do. I don't think it deserved a D+, like Bleacher Report assigned it. I would do it a little bit better like that, a solid C+ or something like that, just for being, bringing back two you know, old school people and not making a huge deal about it. That's the thing, when you draw out a feud with like this old timer, and then you've got to have, you know, a match every week, and you can't even, you get real tired of it because the match quality is not the same as it would be with your current superstars. So I don't like the angles that draw out these old timers for months and months, but 1 or 2 weeks, you know, a couple little here and there, that's great. You know, keep that up. Just don't overdo it. Don't burn it out. Don't burn those guys out, man. They earned their time off. So next up was Finn Balor versus Lio Rush.
Yep, and also Balor actually got the win. I think. Yeah, I actually do not think that Bobby Lashley did not even actually interfere. Oh no.
No, he did. Well, they tried or did some little.
Yeah, well, he got ejected from the ringside.
Yeah, he got ejected. So, I think that this would be a really good match if, you know, Balor wasn't having to act like his ribs hurt, you know. I guess if I were in kayfabe, if Balor weren't injured, this could have been a really good match considering the athleticism of both of these two superstars. You know, it's somebody that usually Finn Balor's up against bigger guys than him. Lio Rush is probably smaller and faster. It'd be different to see Finn Balor having to have the strength advantage. You know, that's pretty crazy.
Yep.
So that could have been good. Next up was a segment we like to call a moment of bliss, and this is where things went kind of crazy. We had everybody interrupting.
We had
Dean Ambrose came. Well, EC3 didn't interrupt; he was the guest. And then Nia Jax and Tamina interrupted and started dissing Alexa Bliss. And then Dean Ambrose came out and started talking about Nia Jax having a crush on him and all this weird stuff. And I thought that had to make Renee really awkward. But very weird. And then Dean Ambrose and EC3 had a match, and EC3 won. This was kind of weird. Very bizarre. I don't really know what to make of it. I can't necessarily say it was just bad, but at the same time, it wasn't really all that great. It was entertaining for sure. I just don't know. I don't know what the hell they're thinking right here. And then what it's supposed to lead into, or what they're doing at the house shows or whatever with Nia versus Dean, which we'll probably get into at the end. So next up was Kurt Angle and Braun Strowman versus Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin. And this is where that rule I told you about comes into play. Because McIntyre and Corbin defeated Angle and Strowman by disqualification because Strowman came in to save Kurt Angle too many times. So the referee disqualified Braun Strowman for... And they're going to be going with this for a while, I'm sure. I don't mind it. It gives more weight to the officials. It makes them seem more relevant. It makes the entire rules make things seem more realistic. If they're just doing chaos in the ring, it wouldn't be as entertaining because you wouldn't have something a structure to fall back on. So. Not a bad Raw overall. I mean, I'd probably say it's a C, C minus type Raw, which is about where they usually end up, which is not great, but you know, hopefully SmackDown was a little bit better. So moving on to SmackDown, we kicked off with Charlotte Flair. So she came out and started talking about Becky's suspension, and almost immediately Becky came out of the crowd, and Charlotte started talking about, you know, stealing this, and you even stole the Shield's entrance, and blah blah blah. And then Triple H came out and basically told her to get out of here and, you know, go see a doctor. And as he was leaving, she was like, "How's Steph? How's her arm?" You know, so Triple H came back in. They got face to face, and Becky Lynch slapped Triple H. So that was a pretty good little promo, but it's just it's unfortunate that such a great promo just helps the build up towards adding Charlotte to that match, and that's what I don't want to see. I definitely do not want to see that. So, you have any thoughts on this whole segment, Ben?
Hang on, because hang on. So, what was I actually going to say? Yeah, it actually had something to do with like Steph and Triple H. Okay, so we actually, you know, saw on Raw that, like, you know, yeah, Stephanie McMahon, you know, was like, you know, yeah, she was like, you know, please just, like, you know, yeah, for God's sake, just go see a doctor. Triple H, on the other hand, I don't know if he was like, you know, like, well, you know, trying to like act like this big heel. That's like where it kind of like, you know, actually like kind of came from. I don't know, but this whole, I don't know, Triple H sometimes. Well, okay.
You have to look at it from a storyline and a continuity perspective, Ben. Because the night before, the night before, Becky Lynch literally attacked Triple H's wife.
True.
So that gives him a storyline reason to be upset.
Yep. So, yeah.
So moving on, we had Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Rusev and Shinsuke.
And okay, so yeah, I actually see, like, you know, yeah, they like, you know, yeah, they want to like give Rusev and Nakamura the big victory against the club, but Rusev and Shinsuke, these two, they actually just fought for the United States Championship at Royal Rumble. Yeah, they attacked R-Truth last week on SmackDown, and now they're teaming. I don't think this tag team is gonna like last. I just do not see it lasting for long. I'm sorry, but this is like just like a weird tag team in my books. Like Rusev, Nakamura, yeah, I know, like, but you know, but yeah, the whole Nakamura is just like, yeah, sorry, no speak English, but Rusev and Nakamura, I don't know, I just do not like this tag team. Your thoughts on the whole tag team of Rusev, Shinsuke? I'm just like.
Hopefully, it's not a tag team. Hopefully, it's just a temporary alliance, and Luke and Gallows were just trying to defend R-Truth. I think it was a complete stupid move to continue burying Gallows and Anderson. They're very good talkers. They're good in the ring. There's no reason to be burying them like that. I am very disappointed in that match. I would give it a D-.
Well, Bleacher Report actually gave it a C+. I don't even know how. But yeah, the thing is just like, no.
I know, they gave that a C+ and gave the thing on Raw the other night a D- or a D+. It wasn't that bad. The Alexa Bliss and EC3 Dean Ambrose thing.
Yeah.
But
which,
whatever.
of course, okay, so yeah, so well, up next, so we actually had an interesting, really good match. Mustafa Ali taking on Randy Orton, and yes, I have to now address the elephant in the room. Mustafa Ali actually did suffer an injury, an eye injury during this whole match. Yeah, thanks to Randy Orton. So Randy has now gone back to his ways of injuring people.
Well, I'm sure it was either scripted or an accident, Ben.
Yep. So Mustafa Ali, I think that this match, actually did end when he, actually tried to go for his finisher, the 054, but Randy actually, pulled him up the top rope, gave him an RKO, 1, 2, 3, and then, we hear the music of Samoa Joe. He comes out to the ring, chokes out Randy Orton with the core kick clutch, and then tosses poor Mustafa Ali right to the floor, and then it's just the whole, Samoa Joe, what are your thoughts on this, Sheep?
Well, I'm torn because I like Randy Orton and I like Samoa Joe. I would put Samoa Joe a little higher on my... If I had a power ranking, Samoa Joe would probably be a little bit higher on mine. Mustafa Ali, while he's definitely getting better, he's still, I don't think, not ready for a title shot or anything. So, I don't really know where this goes. Does it lead to what? Samoa Joe just destroying R-Truth? Or
I don't even know
Samoa Joe versus whoever wins the title at Elimination Chamber?
Fastlane? Probably at Fastlane. Well, I know he is actually... Well, I know that he is actually scheduled for the Elimination Chamber match. The WWE title, and I know he's also going to be in it. Mustafa is going to be in it. Dana Bryan's going to be in it. AJ Styles is going to be in it. I don't know. Yeah, I could, actually see, Dana Bryan, actually winning, and then we could potentially have Dana Bryan versus Samoa Joe. I could see that happening. But, that's actually all I've got for that match so far, except for the whole eye injury problem that fucking Randy did to Mustafa Ali.
Well, considering that this match has 2 of the 6 Elimination Chamber competitors and Samoa Joe attack, I think it's safe to assume that whoever wins the title, their next feud is going to be with Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
So, next up was a promo from Daniel Bryan. Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles. What did they do? And I wasn't... Oh, they were watching backstage. And I was getting up to get a drink or something, or I went to the bathroom. I didn't really pay attention to this promo. What did you think about it, Ben?
Okay, so I know that this promo actually did feature two participants again, of course, from the Elimination Chamber. So they were they were actually actually arguing about who's going to be the next WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and then they went vice versa, and it's just I cannot wait just to see this Elimination Chamber match. It does not matter who walks out WWE Champion. I'll say this though. Whoever actually wins the Elimination Chamber match, their body is gonna be so hurt. Every one of all the participants' bodies, they will freaking hurt. As soon as as soon as they actually step out of the Elimination Chamber, I don't even know what's actually gonna happen after that, but pretty good promo from both these men. Daniel Bryan, yeah, of course, like in his hometown of Washington. Washington? But, wait, where was he in his... Yeah, I know we were in his hometown of Washington, D.C. No, wait, what am I still saying? Washington, D.C.? Yeah, Washington State. Yeah, and Brian, like, you know, says, like, yeah, you know, yeah, he really... I didn't know what he actually said, but it was like... But, yeah, this whole Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles, you know, exchanging heated words, a backstage thing, really good. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it was all that great.
Actually, like what a breath right now. Yeah. Just for like just saying that.
So next up was Naomi and Carmella versus the Iconics versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. For a shot at that women's tag title.
Yep.
This wasn't a bad match. Deville and Rose pinned the Iconics to get the win. It wasn't really that great, and all it did was keep telling the Naomi and
Carmella storyline.
No, not Naomi and Carmella. Naomi and Rose. Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose, yeah. Storyline again.
I didn't. It was really filler. It wasn't really all that spectacular, like straight up C material.
Yep.
Next up was a main event.
Main event, Okay, yeah, I almost nearly said Daniel Bryan, but thank God I just paused myself there. So, okay, so we had Jeff Hardy versus Daniel Bryan with, of course, Eric Rowan, of course, in his corner. Really good match. I will say this though, this match may have, this match, of course, actually ended in a no contest because all hell broke loose when we actually had the boy Eric Rowan, actually interfered. We also had Samoa Joe attack Daniel Bryan. Then we actually also, then we actually had Randy come out, Mustafa Ali come out, AJ came out, and everything about like that whole match, was very chaotic. What was your thoughts on this, Sheep? Because I think that it was kind of like good,
It was to build up excitement for the Elimination Chamber. That's all it was, and I mean it did that job. It wasn't all that great. Like literally, I would say Raw and SmackDown were about the same this week, about a C minus. So kind of disappointing. It was so close to WrestleMania, and nothing really good going on.
Yep, true. That was main event.
So, would cover NXT, but I'm just now watching it right now, and haven't really got to dive into it. We will talk a little bit about some rumors. The biggest one right now is Dean Ambrose and Nia Jax. Intergender match at house shows.
Yeah.
So, they're going to try this, I guess.
Yep.
Let me see something real quick. So, this is happening in Jonesboro, Arkansas, actually. It's only, it's literally all the way across Arkansas from me. So, it's like 250 miles. So it's like 4 hours away. So it's not like it's close to me, but it's in the same state. I don't know if I care for this or not. We'll see how it ends up going.
We actually also, have some big news regarding AEW, All Elite Wrestling. One of the biggest news right now, Kenny actually has now signed with All Elite Wrestling. And I think he's probably going to be taking on Jericho again for the second time at Double or Nothing. Yeah, I know the Lucha Brothers they've signed best friends Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta. Yeah, they've actually also signed with All Elite Wrestling. Jimmy Havoc, he's also signed with All Elite Wrestling. Who else has also signed? Sammy Guevara. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But he's actually signed. We actually also had Aja Kong also signed with All Elite Wrestling. Who else actually also signed?
We don't know any of those people.
Well, we do know Kenny. We do know the Lucha Brothers because of Wesley Phoenix and Hector Jr. Trent Beretta actually also used to be part of WWE, so yeah.
None of these are big announcements. I think everybody and their mother knew that Kenny Omega would go there.
You know, we actually tell them about who's facing Ronda Rousey at Elimination Chamber. It's going to be Ruby Riott. And I'm sorry, this match is very predictable. Ronda Rousey's going to win. I'm sorry, but the fans are right. Ruby Riott's going to lose. I'm sorry, Ruby Riott is definitely losing that match. What other ones?
It's quite possible that Ty Dillinger will be returning on SmackDown Tuesday. Maybe not in any big capacity. They may not even use him, but he worked a house show or a live show not too long ago.
Yep.
So he's back from injury. I'm sure Soul will be happy about that.
Yep. Mark Henry apparently going to be returning to WWE to clean up locker room.
What?
Mark Henry is apparently we're going to be returning to WWE to clean up locker room.
Probably to keep everybody in line, to act as a manager or coach or something back there to keep everybody from bickering and fighting in the back. Maybe, I don't know.
Yep. I'm just trying to remember. Here we go. Yeah, All Elite Wrestling has actually also partnered with AAA. All Elite. Wait, what is this even the same? No, I might not be even not going to worry about it. Oh, Apollo Crews. Yeah, has actually had a second child. Yeah, apparently Apollo Crews is actually going to be a father again.
You better start working harder, because you're going to have to pay for that kid somehow, and he ain't winning no matches.
Styles denies rumor about hernia injury. Okay. Not worry about it. Oh, did you hear about Pat McAfee?
He's that announcer. McAfee, he's the announcer. He was a kicker for NFL kicker for a while. But I like him. He's interesting. He's funny to me. Well, no other real big news here tonight. Definitely going to be a short episode. We had 2 less opinions than usual, so probably won't be any. It's pretty dead in here tonight too, so I probably rush things a little bit more than I usually do. To those of you that popped in, thanks for stopping in and hitting that thumbs up button. Thanks for stopping in at all. If you catch it after we're live, thanks for checking it out. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back next week with another episode. And this was episode 50, so we're 2 episodes away from it being a year's worth of episodes.
Yep.
So, crazy. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. And peace out.